But AP listener, you are on live.
Can you
If you
hear me?
wanna, yeah, I can hear you.
I think one of the major problems is people going to have to start realizing is that we're in a different world, and to understand what really is going on and to be able to take action with it. Because hearing those people saying like, "Oh, this kid was bullied," and you know, I'm expecting three people to jump me and all this. What civilized societies is that happening? And then the second thing is a lot of these parents who are complaining that the school is not doing this, school is not doing that. You need to be down at the school board running for office. I think the biggest thing that has happened in this country is there are people who sit around complain and keeps talking about the left this and the left that. At the same time, the left has mobilized their troops and they've taken over everything. It's either
Yeah,
two things have to happen. Either people who call themselves conservatives or who want to fight and see things change, get your butts down there, mobilize, and get your people in places of position of power. Or secondly, start your own parallel societies. And I think there are some places where you're not going to change the people's minds, their minds are gone. You're going to have to start your own parallel societies and being among people who support you and have the same ideas. Because not we're witnessing this with the school system, we're also witnessing this with the crime that's happening.
yeah.
Things
The
are
left has
being
completely taken over all of
right.
these
And
positions.
and I understand a lot of people cannot afford to move. I get that. And according to your career that you have, but you're going to have to start having to protect your children and your families, because if you are living in these blue areas, even not just the blacks but also the influx of migrants that are coming in, these people are going to be voting for Democrats. You're in less than 10 years I've seen places just completely change over. And until people realize that it's here now, we got to do something about this, it's never going to change. And just hearing that father talk about his son like that, and he's so accepting of what happened to him,
Yeah,
that makes it even worse. I'm sorry, folks. It's time to stop the kowtowing to the what do you call the glossing over what the racial problem is, because people are dying.
mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
as black people, I'm telling you, if black people don't get themselves together and start condemning these blacks who are doing this, you are going to start a race war that you can't win. I'm telling you.
yeah, for
And it's
sure.
happening. And people say, oh, I don't think whites. No, no, no. Because you're starting to see this happening in suburban areas. Like they didn't care that it was happening to the inner city
Right.
and among the working class whites. Now it's affecting your quote liberal leftist suburban whites. You're coming out in their neighborhood, and the Asians have been getting it for years. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all over, and we're running out of places to hide. There is now a gang problem in Alaska, and
Yeah.
let's be clear and honest. The people who are helping push this crime into other places, I'm going to come out and say it, is black women. You look at all
Yep.
these district attorneys, black women. You look at your school board, black women. And if there's not black women, you have these weak white men, and you also have these weak white women. They do not have the best interest of you or your generation in heart. They only care about their careers. And if it means that they have to step over the bodies of you and your families in order to stay in power, they will do it. And that's the truth.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. And I mean, it's just weird that you have so many people in the community who are just in complete denial. Like we had a earlier comment talking about, oh, there's lead paint in the walls or some shit, and it's just like, bruh, if you think that is the most significant determinant of how these kids are behaving, you're completely out of touch with reality. And it's just so many different excuses that are coming from the community about why niggas are just wilding out even more nowadays. So I do want to get into this story about this disciplinary meeting that happened in the Clark County School District with the Board of Education. So
this only adds to the growing concern about safety in our local schools and the consequences that could follow.
Tonight, Clark County School District parents and community leaders are demanding change in the district's expulsion process. News 3's Kalia Patterson tells us why they say their concerns are alarming.
Well, CCSD data shows that a large number of the students that are being expelled from the Clark County School District are Black and brown students. And the main concern for parents are that those students that are being expelled were